Hi there, I'm Mr. Sykes. I'm second in faculty for humanities, and I'm just speaking with you today just regarding GCSE history for Year 10 and Year 11. If I start with Year 10s first of all, Year 10 will not sit their final exams until the end of Year 11. So they've still got the rest of this academic year and then the next. Currently, we've been told that they will sit all of the content. So that's paper 1, which is medicine in Britain, paper 2, which is Elizabeth and American West, and paper 3, which is Germany. And you can see on my presentation that I've got up on display at the moment, those papers there. The countdown clocks are for the current year, which is Year 11. Now for Year 10, what we would like to start students to try to use a little bit is an online resource that Outward's developed for history, and it's called history.outward.com, and you type that straight into the browser across the top of a web page. So it's history.outward.com, nothing else in front of it. Now, if the students are logged on with their Gmail accounts, that will then take them through to a resources page, which is what I'm currently showing you on the presentation. You can see there that we've got topics on medicine, Elizabeth, American West, and Germany. If they click on any of those circles, it opens up lots of revision resources. It also opens up lots of things to do with YouTube, lots of clips. And we tend to find that a lot of students not only enjoy learning through reading things, but also from seeing things. So there's a very visual aspect to this. Now, the papers that they will sit, paper 1 medicine, paper 2 and paper 3 have a mixture of different questions. They have a 16-mark question, which is an essay, an extended essay question, and that has 4 marks for SPAG. And we do all the different question types in class. Now, that particular one is really important. We also do another extended question called a 12-mark question, an explain question. And again, that's where they have to give 3 answers to the same question. We do shorter questions as well. All the question types are on the website that you can see. So I won't go through every single one, but rest assured, we practice them. And if you ask your son or daughter, they'll tell you that we do lots and lots of them. And sometimes they moan quite a lot when we have to do so many in class. But that's so then we've got plenty of evidence so that we can make predictions for praising stars with. So what we will also be doing, and I just wanted to kind of put this, we do something called KIPS in class, and the KIPS are our practice assessments that we mark and then record on our database system. The next KIP for Year 10 will be around about 3 weeks after the half-term break, and that will depend on where your teacher is up to. Currently, students are learning about medicine, and they'll be studying medicine right up until Christmas. This is then followed by some review sessions on things that they've already learnt about. So that takes us up to the Christmas time. If I move on to Year 11, Year 11 is slightly different. Obviously, they will finish at the end of this academic year. Now, because of the COVID lockdown and because of the time that they've missed, it's been decided that from the government that they will no longer have to sit the entire of the course. So they decided that the American West part of the course is no longer something that we need to provide for. They won't be assessed on it. Now, we're really, really fortunate in the fact that American West was the only topic that we had left to do in Year 11. So we have actually finished all of the content. We've gone through everything. Now, that puts us in a really, really strong position because it means we can use this year to consolidate knowledge. And at this moment in time, we're going through medicine. That will then be followed with the other 2 topics, which is Germany and Elizabeth. What I'd like to do for Year 11s, over the half-term break, we're asking all Year 11s to use the revision booklets. They've been handed out to them by their teachers, or there are copies of them on the internet site that I'm showing you at this moment in time, for medicine. And we want them to start making revision cards. And revision cards are just small pieces of paper that they can make brief notes from the revision manual and break it down into their own words. And we'd like them to cover all the different topics And what we'd like to do is for them to make a start over the 2 weeks holidays. Now, the reason that we're doing that, around about 4 weeks from when they come back, they'll be sitting a mock paper on medicine in our lesson times. So they'll be doing it inside a classroom. We're not able at this moment to seat everybody in the hall due to COVID restrictions. So we'll be using classrooms, but this is something that we want them to work towards. Now, once again, they also do KIPS, and they do working class that we assess. There are some KIPS before Christmas, so there are 2 KIPS after doing the assessment that take us right up until the Christmas holidays. Again, if we can kind of work up until that stage, what we're also going to introduce, and this is starting the first week back, is an after-school session for Year 11s, and this will be on Friday up in the science block. Now, we're going to start this off as a voluntary session, and it'll be after their tutor session, so it'll start at 10 to 3 and it'll run till 3:30, and that'll be available up in the science classrooms. Now, we are planning on targeting some students that we think would really benefit from that, so what we will do is we'll get in touch with parents if we think that your child would benefit from attending that, and then if they're able to do that, obviously that would help them in the long run. Again, if I can just point them in the direction of history.outward.com, which is the screen that I'm sharing with you at the moment. All of the revision resources are on there. Another thing that we're going to start to trial, and we want to do this on a weekly basis, we're going to start setting a piece of homework that every single child gets the same thing, and it's going to be set using Google Classroom, which is something that we've all become a lot more able to use during the COVID restrictions. And that will be something that we will use to support current homeworks that teachers hand out at this moment in time. Thank you for your time. If there's anything else that you can think of, anything else that you need to know, if you want to get in touch with me, my name's Mr. Sykes. Thank you.